Good day. Today we are going to talk about power a great digital experience that builds a strong brand with Bynder. My name is Eveline. I have 10 years experience in international sales and management in the B2B SaaS market. And now I have more to focus on international expansion towards our APAC region. And I will also open our Melbourne office soon, so we can even grow further and expand in the APAC region. For today's session, we have a full agenda. I will give you a short introduction on who we are and what we do at Bynder. And after that, I will dive into the current changes in the marketing landscape, reasons why digital experience is trending, and the best ways to ensure your content impacts a great digital experience. Yeah, Bynder. Bynder is a global leader in digital asset management, well known as them, providing brands with the most powerful creative content engine and to deliver personalized digital experience. It's a scalable SaaS solution and in particular recognized for its intuitive user experience. At the moment, we have around 500 employees globally, 8 offices worldwide, 24/7 support. We have around 100 developers, both in our EMEA and US team. And our customer net retention rate is around 107%. Most customers are first-time buyers. They start small and expand step by step. And in the APAC region, it's quite impressive. We already have 250 customers over there and some very well-known brands such as Canon Australia, Centre Group, Toyota, and Leslie Mills in New Zealand. All right, so let's take a look at the current landscape. It's a digital-first world. Digital transformation, described as the process of transforming processes, content, and other business functions by adopting digital technology, has been one of the business world's most significant mega trends in recent years. And the COVID pandemic, which shut down in-person business and pushed even more commerce online, launched digital transformation into overdrive. Forrester, for example, mentioned that this digital business strategies that may previously have been considered optional became imperative overnight. And in addition, as you can see on the slide, e-commerce, for example, jumped to 18% of retail since 2020, and 59% of organizations accelerated their digital transformation in response to COVID. So the acceleration of digital transformation has dramatically changed the landscape for marketers, and the digital-first economy alters the very nature of competition for brands. In the physical world, a retailer competes most directly with other stores on the block or nearby. And online, every competitor in the world is just literally a click away. It's safe to say that yesterday's offline competitive differentiators have been increasingly replaced by digital experience. To clarify, a digital experience usually refers specifically to interactions between a customer and a brand through owned media that a company controls, such as the website, branded mobile apps, and social media. Great examples are digital natives like Netflix and Amazon, who have been really raised the bar of all brands. Because at this point, consumers expect similarly personalized digital experience, no matter what they are buying and where they are buying, anytime. So as I mentioned, there are so many channels, and customers might discover your brand via an online ad, explore your product on social media, then find more information about what you offer on your website, and so on. But the most important thing to remember here is that today's all digital customer expects connected digital experiences, as they on average engage with your brand across 5 channels. Marketeers are now coming to realize that creative content plays a critical part in providing a great digital experience. Without creative content, there is no digital experience. As Forrester states it, content is the soul of experience, but this creative content must also be produced, gathered, and organized into a single system of record that algorithms can reference in order to render personalized digital experiences, also at scale and automated. This is why digital asset management is a logical platform to power the creative pipeline. So now that we painted the picture, and before we're diving into what powers a great digital experiences and how you can ensure that your content impacts a great digital experience, let's understand first why digital experience is so trending right now. There are 5 reasons why digital experiences is the hottest. So the first reason is that social media has given consumers a voice. And by doing so, social media has shifted brand customer communication patterns and forced companies to look at their customer experience in the face. Consumers aren't shy about sharing their opinions of a brand, the services and the experiences they deliver online. If frustrated or dissatisfied, they will take to social media to let the world know. In the digital first world, poor digital experience immediately impacts the brands. But beyond having developed an eye for digital experience and venting their frustration online, customers will not hesitate to abandon a brand if the experience they provide falls short of expectations. And similarly, they will not hesitate to recommend the brands that deliver engaging experiences. The second reason is that customers won't settle for less than extraordinary experiences. For years, digital leaders such as Amazon and Netflix, they've been spoiling customers with personalized digital experiences. In a similar fashion, the majority of startup companies that have been spawning in the tech and digital services landscape have also contributed to setting the bar higher than ever when it comes to customer expectations. According to a Salesforce research, we found out that 73% of customers say that one extraordinary experience rates their expectations also to other companies. In the digital first world, competitors are literally only a click away. This makes it easier than ever for customers to compare vendors based on their digital customer experience, especially if their products, services, or prices are similar. A targeted, personalized, authentic experience that reassures and anticipates the need of the potential customer while engaging them with impactful creative content goes a long way in securing a sale. But even though digital experiences are created in an attempt to cut through the digital noise and help a brand stand out from the competition, they too often have the opposite result. They are often, in fact, all identical. Which brings us to the next reason. Consumers are tired by digital sameness. In the digital marketplace, digital giants and smaller brands rely on similar technologies to deliver similar experiences on similar devices, making it harder for brands to stand out. The optimal experience of buying a plane ticket, for instance, will be pretty much the same, irrespective of the airline you travel with. Think about this. Similarly, you will always be adding your items to a cart when shopping online for clothes or groceries. As companies develop fixed, optimal experiences for their customers, the route to differentiation will increasingly be a strong brand and great product. But great visual content is going to be what differentiates brands from one another. Being confronted with uniform and uninspiring experiences makes consumers more responsive to anything that catches their attention. This means that any brand able to engage and captivate customers effectively and repeatedly across the customer journey has tremendous opportunity to disrupt a competitor or gain market share in an industry or market. But to truly stand out, experience needs to be planned, personalized, authentic, and executed strategically across the whole length of the digital customer journey in every way of communication. And in the digital age, this is just quite harder. The fifth reason might sound counterintuitive to a lot of people, but you cannot assume that what it all takes to make a purchase online. It's the click of a button. It only is the last step of a very long journey that a buyer might have started weeks earlier. The reason that the buyer's journey got longer is because the sheer number of touch points used to reach customers that's grown tremendously. The traditional marketing funnel or customer journey that has a straight line no longer exists. Choosing to become a customer is now a long process that's partly influenced by, I've seen 5 different things. Like 1, a brand's marketing efforts across a funnel that looks more like a maze nowadays. 2, a competitor's marketing efforts. The 3rd one, the quality of the communication with these brands. The 4th, impact of the content the buyer is targeted with. And 5th, influenced by any other buyer opinions and reviews. But buyers also display a number of behaviors that are simply beyond a brand's control or even their understanding. To give an example, the Drum found that 92% of people visit the brand's website for the first time for reasons other than making a purchase. A longer purchase cycle means customers have more opportunities to drop out and not to make the purchase, while the sheer number of existing touchpoints makes it hard to deliver a powerful, memorable, and consistent digital customer experience. Customers expect authenticity, personalization, and empathy in order to pay back with loyalty. It is important to be aware of the fact that a longer customer journey with a higher number of touch points means brands must engage customers at every stage, or they'll stay straight to any competitor offering an experience they deem more valuable. And this happens all the time. According to a recent survey of Full Story, 75% of consumers reported that they will leave out without completing a transaction if they encounter an error. And 65% say they trust the business less when they experience a problem using a website or mobile app, ultimately splintering customers' relationships and loyalty. We already got to the 6th and final reason, is that engaging digital experiences drive revenue. Marketeers seem to know this intuitively, but most marketers don't seem to fully grasp the degree to which this statement is true. According to a recent report by Salesforce, 84% of customers say the experience of a company provides is as important as its products or services. As the transition from markets to e-markets continues to gain pace and more purchases experience happen online, Salesforce has also found that 55% of customers prefer digital channels over traditional channels, like 68% of millennials, Generation Z, while 40% of customers won't do business with a company if they can't use their preferred channels. But if you're looking for further proof that digital experiences drive revenue for brands in any industry, just look at the most striking result from Salesforce survey. 66% of customers are willing to pay more for a great digital experience. While it seems pretty clear by now that a great digital experience is currently the best weapon in a brand's marketing arsenal, the big question remains: what goes into the creation of digital experiences and what contributes to their greatness? So, how do you ensure your content impacts a great digital experience? We've compiled 4 elements that power a great digital experience. They are fast, consistent, personalized, and agile. So let's take a closer look at each of them. Well, first of all, great digital experiences are fast. Buyers expect near instantaneous response from websites. 2 seconds of additional page load time increased bounce rate by 32% according to Google research. A great example is Walmart, because they saw almost 2% increase in conversions for every second of load time saved. Buyers expecting a near instantaneous response from your website can obviously form a challenge when it comes to creating, managing, and storing content. Targeted digital assets must be determined, retrieved and rendered based on algorithms instantly and at scale. Keep in mind The images comprise 75% of page weight, so unoptimized digital assets, slow site performance, and as I just mentioned, the site performance speed is of massive importance. What we've done at Bynder, we use dynamic asset transformation, or DAT in short, which fully automates the asset optimization and resizing process from one single asset, which simply put means that we don't have to spend time anymore to time-consuming manual alterations. Instead, it simplifies the work of web developers and content managers, speeds up our time to market, and most importantly, improves visitor experiences. Of course, DAT integrates seamlessly with our digital asset management platform, on which we store and manage the content to make sure everyone can find what they need as fast as they need it. And this will be then connected with your CMS, for instance. The second element is consistency. Great digital experiences remain consistent across channels. Switching between digital channels is far easier than between physical ones. According to Salesforce, 73% of customers say they're likely to switch brands if a company is unable to provide consistent levels of services across channels. If we look at this from the content angle, this means that disparate systems for web, mobile, e-commerce, social, and other touchpoints must all have access to the same set of consistent on-brand digital assets via an enterprise-scale single system of record. Let me illustrate this with a customer example. One of our customers is GroupSep, and GroupSep is using the asset bank for centralizing around 200 assets across 30 brands. It's all automated asset synchronization with the rest of their tech stack. It helps them decrease the marketing support requests compared to previous solution because it all goes automatically, which helped them to save 10% FTEs within the first few months of using the system. So the next thing to keep in mind is that digital experiences need to be personalized because they improve conversion and create stronger brand connections. Relevant, timely, contextual experiences create personal connections with brands. According to Salesforce, 72% of consumers expect vendors to personalize experiences to their needs. But personalized digital experiences require an enormous quantity of creative assets tailored to each buyer's language, location, segment, channel, and so on. Gartner found that 31% of CMOs believed that content is the #1 barrier to better personalization. Therefore, it's really important that you have creative automation tools in place that, one, deliver content at scale, and two, use metadata-driven real-time asset request and delivery. All right, let's have a look at another customer example. Mystery Airline is one of the largest airlines in the Netherlands, but we are not allowed to share the name in this case. They've been using dynamic video a lot, and that's because they have built an integration between their DEM, their CRM, and their dynamic price tool on their website. You can imagine when you go to an airline that you see in euros, in dollars, or in pounds, a ticket, for instance, but it all needs to be adjusted accordingly to the location. And by doing that only once, you can create way faster, more efficient, all these different videos at scale. And what they've been doing, it was more than 800 auto-generated videos every day, which, yeah, you can already calculate and think about how much, how big the return on investment was for them. And then, of course, an unparalleled level of personalization. So the final element is agility. Why does this matter? Keeping up with competitor moves and customer needs, the change requires new agility from marketing teams. Slow content development prevents digital teams from taking advantage of market opportunities and makes it harder to keep digital experiences fresh and engaging. Manual copying, manipulation, and quality assurance of digital assets slows down design teams and leads to errors. This is where image and video templating tools come in. So as they allow digital marketeers to execute new programs faster, at Bynder, we use image and video templating tools that allows digital marketeers to execute new programs faster. Our DAM and dynamic asset transformation tool enable us with faster, error-free development of websites and other touch points. Let me illustrate this with a final customer example. This is the Keunen. They empower partners to customize, localize, and utilize branded content. It's coming from a dedicated content creation center, and they have more than 300 customizable brand templates, both for, like what you're seeing here, images, but also for video. And by having this integrated with their CMS, in this case, Episerver, to plug content directly to their global sites. And in this case, it's Episerver, but we also have integrations with a lot of other CMS tools. All right. Well, what we've seen, a few key takeaways. The top three. Number one, creative content plays a critical part in providing a great digital experience. The second reason why digital experience is trending, social media gives consumers a voice. Customers won't settle for anything less than extraordinary, authentic experiences. Consumers are tired by digital sameness, and the digital customer journey is longer. Engaging digital experience will drive revenue. So the third point, power a great digital experience. It always has to be fast, consistent, personalized, and agile to ensure your success. Well, if you found this interesting and you are keen to find out more, please reach out to me or get in touch with Bynder, and happy to discuss this topic much more in depth with you. Thanks a lot for your attention, and have a good rest of the day. Bye.